देख लीजिए, आप पी के देख लीजिए खराब है कि नहीं, ठीक है देख लीजिए।
आप पी लीजिए ना, आप पी लीजिए, मैं पी लेता हूँ, लाओ मैं दीपक भाई मैं पीता हूँ।
आप जरूर पिएंगे, जो भी आता है पर्सनल ना हो,
ये ग्रीन टी है, ग्रीन टी।
Figure here in India and around the world. There has been so much controversy over him for years, even in the UK, where there was essentially a boycott of him in a sense until late last year. He's still not given a visa to go to the United States. I don't know, for joining us.
Very, very keen to talk over me rather than to conduct an interview. But if you think that democracy is best served by not observing the views and the judgments of your own Supreme Court, then I'm most surprised.
Well, we are a democracy that has the right to question even the country's Supreme Court and all courts, and we do often do that, Mr. Gardiner. Thank you for your advice.
Nawaz Sharif is reported to have issued an emotional statement calling for a new beginning in relations between India and Pakistan and saying the two countries should strive to become good friends. So tonight we ask, how should India respond to this statement?
Right. Except these emotional words were not uttered by Nawaz Sharif as Prime Minister. He said these words in May of this year, before he became Prime Minister. The UPA, of course, fell over themselves responding with great love and affection towards Nawaz Sharif and Pakistan. Once they realized it was a plant from Pakistan's official news agency, how were they supposed to retract it? Sorry, here's the killer. Karan Thapar based his program on Nawaz Sharif's statement that was issued in May 2013, before he became Prime Minister. That statement was reissued for some reason by the Pakistani state news agency. Guess who Nawaz Sharif gave that statement to in an interview? The devil's advocate himself. He said it to Karan Thapar in an interview on May 6, 2013.
Karan Saab, please convey my message to my friends in India that we have a lot of love and affection for you all. We must become good friends and hold each other's
Okay, joining me now from London is Barry Gardiner. Appreciate your joining us, the Labour MP. You're joining us on Skype from Moscow. In fact, what's the reason, sir, for you to have extended this invitation now to the Gujarat Chief Minister at this stage?
Narendra Modi is one of the key political figures in India. He has been one of the outstanding chief ministers of his generation. I think there's no doubt about that. And it seems very appropriate with the Indian elections coming up next year that people in the political circles in the UK will want to hear from him about his views on the future of modern India, his views on the future of global relations, and of course in particular we would be interested to know what he believes the future of the relations between the UK and India will be.
Interesting, Mr. Gardiner, because, you know, as we all know, the controversies that have swirled around Mr. Modi, he is still an individual who can't travel to the US because they haven't given him a visa over the 2002 riots and human rights issues. On what basis do you believe the United Kingdom's yardstick today is different from the US yardstick?
Thousands of Sangh Parivar activists have been convicted in the Gujarat riot cases.
Remember Face the Nation? No? Sagarika Ghosh's primetime show? Her first step to revamping the show is renaming it Face the People. But the panelists still face the music, which is very shrill, and the same tendency of the anchor to repeat the last line of every guest. Of every guest, of every guest.
I think the media has been very charitable on him and not asking him questions about his responsibility. Oh, I mean, we have seen so many cases in the past where it
so in fact the media has been charitable. The media has been charitable.
The show does have a clear editorial stance and we'll continue having that.
You will have an editorial stance.
The fact that he's a polarizing figure, you either... 1 minute, please. Please, let me finish.
But he is a polarizing figure. He is a polarizing figure.
Greed, it is unethical. You know, it surpasses all the ethics. And
greed is unethical ambition.
It's very good that he's doing it.
It is. It's very good that he's doing it. Okay, no. So the point is, the point is that
he gets a very fair crack at the whip.
He gets a fair crack at the whip. He needs. I mean, I'm not really quite clear on what exactly you're saying.
It has to be done.
It has to be done.
They have to reach out the BJP
We have to reach out to the minorities. This show is Amir Khan, Amir Khan, Amir Khan.
I have a suggestion. Call the show Face the Echo.
टैरिफ बैरियर्स की बात की है, पाकिस्तान ने अपनी जो नेगेटिव लिस्ट है उसकी बात की है, तो उसके लिए वीजा आया है, तो वो ज्यादा बड़े इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं।
इधर बरखा कुछ कहना चाहिए?
नहीं, मैं सिर्फ ये कहना चाह रही थी कि मैंने आपके जो फॉर्मर प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं यूसुफ गिलानी, उनसे इंटरव्यू किया, तो मैंने उनसे पूछा कि भाई आप तो एक ऐसे पाकिस्तानी पॉलिटिशियन हैं जो कि शायद डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह से इतनी बारी मिले हैं कि आई कांट थिंक ऑफ एनी अदर पाकिस्तानी पॉलिटिशियन हु हैज मेट हिम दैट ऑफन, तो क्यों नहीं आए मनमोहन सिंह पाकिस्तान? आपको क्या लगता है? तो उन्होंने इशारों में मुझे बताया कि अगर प्राइम मिनिस्टर मनमोहन सिंह यहाँ आ जाते तो सर क्रीक की जो अग्रीमेंट थी वो तैयार थी और वो अनाउंस हो जाती।
It was a non-issue. I think what's wrong with the Dehati woman anyway? Grameen Mahila, another face for it.
She clarified her position several times.
So Netra, we're coming to you live from the North Lawns of the White House. Here on the North Lawns of the White House, on the North Lawns of the White House, at the White House, on the North Lawns from the White House in Washington. The White House.
We get it, Barkha. You were on the North Lawn.
Yeah? Is this moron number one? Put moron number two on the phone.
Yeah, Jimmy, he's right here. Hold on. He's pissed.